Do here. Let's go ahead and get started. So, as we get started tonight, I just want to go ahead and play a game with y'all. We're gonna play a little Family Feud. We're just gonna kind of recall some of the things that we learned from last week and recall a few facts. So, the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna ask a question, and the contestants, which are you all, you guys gonna raise your hand right here in Zoom. That's gonna be kind of like pressing the buzzer. Y'all gonna be ready? Y'all ready? Can't hear y'all out there. You got your trapper keeper, you got your binder, you ready to go? I got all your belongings, right? Haley, you too? Okay. So
yes.
Okay. Come on down. Come on down. Who's gonna be our first contestant today? So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Coming down. No, I'm gonna go.
You're too excited.
Oh, I'm very excited. We're gonna have some fun. We got a new contestant coming in. Jaquan is about to join us. All right. Well, Jaquan, he's one of our new contestants coming to the stage. And hey, we ask a question. I want y'all to raise your hand before you answer. All right. That's how it's gonna work. First thing I want you to do, I want you first define networking in your own terms, okay? Define networking, computer networking. Like I said, give us that basic definition we covered. What would you say? Who's going first? Who's going first? Well, that leaves you, Courtney. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Defining my own words.
That's right.
Computer networking is where a bunch of computers are hooked up to communicate on the same, since I can't say network, on the same network.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And how are they connected to one another?
Through the DSN.
DSN?
Because I gotta map the routers and all that together.
Not through the DSN, but what kind of cables did we talk about?
Introduce you to.
Oh, the cables that look like my phone cord cables. Yeah, not my coax, my Ethernet cables.
You want to use coax so bad. I know
it.
You want to use it so
Ethernet
bad.
Cables.
Ethernet cables. There we go. Okay. All right. So tell me the next question. All right. So let's bring our theme music back. Tell me again. So which government agency actually developed the TCP/IP model?
The United States military?
Yeah, the military, but what branch? What agency?
The Air Force.
There we go. DOD. There you go. Give me a high five right there. All right, so let's see. We got a few more contestants out here. Let's see who else can get them. All right. Why was the TCP/IP model developed? Why was it developed? Haley, you still out there?
Oh.
Yes. I ain't wanna shine on Courtney like she had
Come
it.
on, Haley.
Okay, well, this how we learn.
Feel free to shine on Courtney. You have my permission, okay?
No, I ain't gonna shine. That's my Air Force sister now. We family.
Hey.
No, we work together.
Oh, y'all did?
Well, not together,
we
but
saying
I was
Air
in the
Force
Air
and
Force
Air Force.
too.
We like
we there.
Okay.
Yeah, we there.
I'm about to say, what? It's really a small world. But yeah. So tell me.
The TCP/IP, basically, child, what even is it? So to basically break it up, it was originally 7 categories, and then it got downsized into 4 different categories. So that way, like what networking, hold on, child, I'm already messed up. Transport.
That's good.
Or
That's 2.
Protocol. Lord, what is the ISTC?
All right, so slow down real quick. So
Okay.
so you got about to say so like you got 2 layers so far, right? You said the
Mm,
network
right.
layer, the transport layer. So
Right.
what's the layer above the transport layer that's gonna be used?
Ooh. I want to say OSI, but that's the OSI model.
Okay, so guess what? So guess what? You know that's we know that the OSI model has a few layers that actually are used in the TCP/IP model, right?
Right.
All right. So let's start with the very top layer, you know, that we use every day, right? Anytime we log into our cell phone, our laptops, what we use to actually access our email, for example. We're using what?
Right.
An app, right?
Right.
So guess what? That's
Application
the
layer.
application layer. There you go. That just what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. There you go. So application layer. You got transport layer, the network layer, and what's at the bottom of the TCP/IP model?
Um, I want to say the network layer.
Okay, that would be okay.
That's a
Guess what?
part of the 7 or the 4.
So guess what? Remember I told you about that. So the bottom 2 layers of the TCP/IP model, they are going to combine layers 1 and 2. Remember, they're gonna combine the physical layer and the data link layer.
Okay.
That's gonna be called the network access layer.
Network access. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Making a note of that.
So you know what? I want to ask too, like, why did DoD even think about creating the TCP/IP model? Why do you think?
Because you have to have a way to communicate, a secure way to communicate without actually being face to face. Like if I'm in China and Courtney's in Russia, we still gotta communicate through a secure network.
You're still in Russia?
I'm not in Russia. I was using that as an example. I'm in Florida. I'm originally from
wow. I was about to say,
outside of Mobile.
Okay, all right.
No.
Nah, I didn't want to go to Russia either. When I was in Alaska, I was like, nah, I don't want to go to Russia now.
No, Lord. Leave that alone. They ain't got enough money for me.
Nah. I mean, it required me risking my life. Nah, I want to do that.
Right.
That's good. I love that. I love to see that. So my next question. I know Jaquan is new here. It's his first night with us, and now I'll get you introduce yourself after this. But I want to just say, now we know the purpose of the TCP/IP model, right? What's the purpose of the OSI model? What's the reason that that we use that in networking? Anybody? Yeah. Think about
it. In the OSI model.
Yep. Oh. Why? About to tell me why is that used?
Why we use our OSI?
All right, Haley. There you go. She hit the buzzer before you, Courtney. You got competition.
I don't know how to. Okay, hold on, Haley. How you did it? How you did it?
At the bottom, I'm on my phone and my laptop, but if you click on more, and then it'll have raised hand.
Oh, yep. Okay.
There you go. Oh, look at her. She found it. She found it. So tell us, why is that OSI model used? What's the purpose of it?
To basically, so the OSI model is to basically communicate through products and software. Like that's how they talk through each other or with each other.
Mm-hmm. And that's how they communicate across different devices too, right?
Right. Like that's how like your phone is able to like send like like you were saying, like music and stuff to like your laptop or whatever device you want to send it to.
Right. That's right. You're absolutely right. Look, tell me, man, y'all on the road right now. So of course we already stated that TCP/IP model uses how many layers again? How many layers does it use? Uses
7. Well, it used to use 7. It uses 4 now. 4.
Four. There you go. TCP/IP uses 4. How many layers does OSI use, Haley?
Is that the one that's 7?
7. There you go.
Okay.
Gonna be 7. Gonna be 7. All right. All right. So tell me this now. I tell you what. Now we have some new contestants still coming in. Oh wow. Okay. I know I'm gonna go back to the theme music real quick. All right. Tell me, which networking device is going to establish the internet connection in the network? All right. Which network device establishes the internet connection within the network? And the reason I ask everyone this, because I think everyone has one of these in their home. Oh, okay, Haley, here we go. So what you got?
A router.
A router. And what layer of the OSI model does the router operate?
Knew that was coming.
Yes, it was. You knew it was coming.
Okay.
Let's see. It was coming. Huh?
Okay. It's a child. That's why I need a friend. Well, okay, so let's break it down. Courtney tapped in.
Let's see.
Okay, so it transports. So wouldn't it be like a part like the transportation layer though?
I'm reaching. You know what? Not quite. It's right before you get to the transport layer. So that's all I can tell you.
Is it the second, the data link?
Nope, you skipping it.
The physical?
No.
Network.
The key word is network here. That's layer 3.
Network.
Yeah.
It's layer 3.
That was a trick question.
Remember, see, layer 3 is the network layer, also the internet layer. Remember, network and internet, I said they're related here. They're related. Network and internet. Yep. Oh, so this is gonna be a good one. Tell me, which network device transmits signals to and from devices within the network? All right, so which networking device transfers signals from PCA to PCB back to the router and all around the network again? They send the signals all day long. Which network device does that for us? Haley, your hand still up? You trying to beat everybody, aren't
you? No, it ain't still up.
No, put that down. Take it down though. That's okay. You might want to take it down. But hey, I tell you what, while I'm at it, anybody want to try it? Jordan, there you go. Anybody want to try? Tell us, like I said, which device transmits signals to and from devices all across the network? It sends signals to and from, back and forth, all day long. We know how a router operates. What's another device we talked about? Thinking, y'all thinking now. We thinking about it. I can see it. I see us thinking.
A modem? Did we talk about a modem?
We didn't talk about. No, you know what? It's connected to a modem though. It can be.
Your Ethernet cord? No.
Well, cables connect our devices. Yes, that's right. But like, what type of device is gonna send those signals back and forth?
The switch connect the switch. Okay.
The switch. There we go. And I'm gonna ask you this: what layer did that switch operate at the OSI layer model?
I should have known because you did it to Haley. I should have known.
Mm-hmm.
So the switch, because it's connecting a network, it's not gonna be on a network.
You know what? Let me help you out there. It connects the network layer to the next layer. And what layers what would it be connected to?
The transport?
No, y'all go to the transport layer so bad, right? That's okay though. We'll get there. But it's the layer below it.
It ain't the data link, so it have to be
the. It is. It is the data link layer.
How?
Because.
Hold on. I was like, because that's the only way I remember. Okay, so if you hold on. I know I'm old fashioned.
As I thought about that, you know what I was
Okay.
thinking about the movie Black Panther when you did that. Anytime they start drawing on the movie screen.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
like yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so what's gonna happen? Remember this: routers operate at layer 3. You know what? This is good for your notes, everyone. So routers operate at layer 3, the network layer, and switches operate at layer 2, which is the data link layer. Yep. So now you all have got a good introduction to the OSI model, TCP/IP model. Now for my new contestants out there, I have two. I have Ariel and I have Jaquan. But I want you all to know about this. The OSI model simply stands for Open Systems Interconnection Model. And that provides the framework of how data is shared across applications and devices on the network. OSI model gives the framework for how data is shared across the network, across devices and applications. And the TCP/IP model, well, I gotta give you a chance to write that down for a minute. You get a chance to write it down. So TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol model. That provides a secure way to deliver messages across the network. Also in the case of a disaster, disaster recovery. So that's why, it's very important to know that. Now, I have 2 bonus questions for us tonight, all right? And they're also include, we talked a little bit about this Ethernet cables. The last class, we'll touch more on it tonight. But they're also in the handouts that we had online, right, on Clash. Somebody tell me, what are the pinouts for straight through cable? Anybody know? Matter of fact, let's see if we can figure it out. That's a bonus. That's a bonus for it. What are the pinouts? Meaning like the color pairs in order for the straight through cable. Let's see. You got Jordy, you got Haley, Dawn, Courtney, and Ariel. So who wants to try it? Who want to try it first? I can see Courtney going through her trapper keep over there. I see her. You got your dividers.
Yes, I do. Thank you. So what you mean, like in a thing to my own, the one that you wrote out?
Yep. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and post it really quick. Just kind of help us out.
So where it go from the application process to the transport to the internet to the link that way?
Mm-hmm. That's on the TCP/IP model, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see something real quick. All right, y'all. So guess what I have here? I have some handouts online for y'all. And like I said, this is for y'all to have. Okay, so when you go to the materials link on Clash, you can see this. So straight through cables, they start with the pairs white, orange, and then orange, white, green, and blue, white, blue, and green, white, brown, and brown. That's how you connect from, let's say, a PC to a switch. Okay, you go from a switch to a router that way too. or also to a server. That's another way. Crossover cables, however, you connect several devices. You go from a laptop to a DSL modem. See, Courtney? You go from DSL modem, you connect to a printer as well. These crossover cables connect what we call light devices. And you'll know something here. Pairs 1, 2, 3, and also, let's count with me. All down, see, these are numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 pairs, all right? But you'll notice how crossover cables start with white, green, and then green. Okay? And then they go to white, orange. Now, pair of 6s is also flipped around too. Because you can see on the PC2 end, you have starting white, green, and green. Now, notice on PC2 is connected how? White, orange, and orange. You see that the first two right here, everybody? Y'all see? White, orange, and orange. So, straight through cable uses our default standard. I'm gonna put this in our chat too. Straight through cable, so you can write this down, y'all can have it. Straight through cable uses the default wiring standard called T568B. Crossover cables use the standard T568A. And what happens with that, T568B, you're gonna notice that pairs 1, 2, 3, and 6 connect devices to the internet. There are a total of 8 pairs inside of Ethernet wire. A total of 8 pairs inside a Ethernet wire. See, pairs 1, 2, 3, and 6 are flipped between straight through and crossover cables. Crossover cables start with white, green, and green, white, orange, and blue, and white, blue, and orange, and white, brown, and brown. Pair 7 and 8 remain the same. White, brown, and brown go last, okay? Pair 7 is white, brown, and pair 8 is brown, as you can see. So my next question is gonna take us right into the next round. So as we were talking about a lot about switches and routers, why do you think that devices like switches and routers need a configuration? Why do you think that? Like I said, just take a minute, kind of just kind of discuss that. Why do you think they actually need a configuration?
To tell where they supposed to go, how they supposed to be hooked up.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What you say?
They supposed to be hooked up.
Okay, so yeah, we know that they'll be connected, but what do you think a configuration will also provide for us? Like one benefit they'll provide. What do you think?
Can I take a wild guess and say security?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Security is a great concern for us. Yes, we need to secure our devices. And why do you think security will be important for our devices? Why do you think so?
So that the information doesn't get stolen or leaked or...
Yes, we want to prevent it from unauthorized access from people who should not be logging into our device. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one. Okay. And another benefit of that would be what? So somewhere, security is one. What would be another one? One, you know what? I give you a hint. One of them is one of the protocol that I that I had you to learn last week. And it's dealing with IP addresses. What do you think? So another reason why you need to use a configuration for your devices to implement security and maintain security at a high level, but you want to enable management such as managing IP addresses. Okay, you want to manage different features and protocols such as DHCP. That's what I was looking for. You want to manage features and protocols like DHCP because DHCP allows the switch to act like a DHCP client and a server. Okay. You can also use it to manage features like Telnet too. So Telnet allows remote access from a different location. So anytime you need to log into a switch that might be located in, let's say, Birmingham, you can use Telnet for that by Telnet and using the IP address of that switch. That's how that works. But what I want you to know about DHCP, you begin to see why DHCP is so important. A switch can act as both a DHCP server and DHCP client. And what is DHCP again, Jordan?
Oh, DSP is where they assign an IP address to a certain device while they're on the network.
There you go. And what does the acronym stand for? DHCP. That's how it works. That's great. Oh, tell me, what does DSP stand for? DHCP. Easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. But
the device.
No. So okay, so we'll help you out. So you know that it's an automatic method for assigning IP addresses, right?
Yeah.
So the automatic is known as what in networking? Come on, somebody. Come on. Automatic is known as what type of method? Anybody?
Direct.
Huh?
I'm just guessing and saying direct. I don't know.
That's okay. I mean, you know what? Like I said, I'm glad
The
to hear from you.
data.
Not data. Not data. Dynamic. There you go. Dynamic.
Okay.
So you got dynamic. What does that H stand for? Dynamic.
Host configuration protocol.
Dynamic host configuration protocol. There we go, y'all. That's why it's important. And see, by default, the Cisco iOS DHCP server and relay agent, these features are enabled on your switch by default. Okay, that means that the Cisco DHCP server and relay agent features are enabled on switches by default. And when I say iOS, I'm simply talking about what we call the inter-network operating system. That's your device's software. Every network device, whether it be a switch, a router, a server, they all have an iOS. The same way your iPhone does. You have an iOS. That's simply the software of your device. Yep, that's very important for it to have. So as we learn to configure our devices, we'll learn how to reserve what we call leases. Okay, it's similar to a lease for an apartment or even for a car, but leases on the network are simply just the IP addresses that have been assigned to these devices for a certain amount of time. Yep. So you can set a lease for an IP address on a switch or router for, let's say, for 1 day up to 30 days. And we need a DSP server to be configured in order for our switch to receive IP address information. All right. And the way we do that, we have to also know, before we configure anything, we have to know another thing, the configuration modes. Okay. Those configuration modes, however, Let me see. Can everybody see? I was like, can everybody see my screen? I need to change it over. Everybody can see the configuration mode?
We see
it.
We see it.
Okay. So pretty much, you have different kinds of switches, right? Different models. You have model like 2960, 3560, 3650, 3850, even 4500s and above. You can find all these devices even in packet tracer too. So your switch is a simple network device compared to other devices like routers and firewalls that many people may even find difficult to configure at first, because some of the lower models are just kind of plug and play. But see, what you have to do a lot of times, you got to connect it with a console cable. And we use a program called PuTTY. That's what we call a terminal emulation software program. And when you log into it, you're going to see this prompt come up right here. See that? Now, what I'm going to do tonight, what we're going to do, we're going to start working in packet tracer here. See, I've already set up a basic lab for you. We have a PC and a switch. That's a 2960 switch right here. And how to read that, the 24 TT means that's a 24 port switch. 24 port. And guess what? This blue cable is already in step 1. That's your console cable. You need the console cable to connect to your switch. And you know what? I'm just gonna take the console cable off, show how we connect that. So pretty much, can y'all see packet tracer? Right? Y'all can see it. Okay, making sure. Right up on our cable connections. You're gonna find your console cable here and click on PC. You can find the RS-232 port. That port is located on your PC to connect the USB the RJ45 in to the port. So we're gonna connect that here and go to our switch. I want to connect it that way. So from our switch, let's go on our console port and go to our PC RS-232 port. All right. And with our Ethernet cable, one of our favorite cables here, notice how in packet tracing, you have different kinds of cables. You take your mouse down here below, and you can see the different types. So we need to use a straight through cable to connect to our switch. We're gonna start with fast Ethernet 06. That's the interface we're gonna connect to, right? And we go right to our PC. It needs to be on the fast Ethernet port as well. Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all think we need to have a fast Ethernet port? Interface on both devices we connected.
To transport the information faster.
Well, not only faster, but to make sure you know that it will also receive information too. It has to be on the correct interface. That's why. And the one way that you know that you connected the right type of cable, you'll see a green light pop up. Okay, lights are very important in troubleshooting. That's how you know you have a connection. And that orange light that was showing at first, that means that device is booting up before it turned green. So when you get orange, that's okay. Your device still trying to boot up its sync. If it turns red, you have an error. A red X, you have an error. But what you're gonna see, let's double click on our switch here. Let's go to the command line interface. Watch this. When you press enter, look what happened. That same symbol pops up, doesn't it? You got a switch, and you also have the greater than sign, kind of like in how we saw in middle school in math class. That just shows that we're in user exec mode. Okay. Now, so what you'll do, you'll type enable and hit enter. Now watch what happens. You're gonna go to the next configuration mode here. That pound symbol simply means that we're in a different mode. That's called privilege mode. All right. Now, in order to configure any IP addresses in the DHCP service, we have to go into what we call global config mode. And how do we do that, you have to go ahead and type a command here that's called configure terminal. All right, let's press enter and watch what happens. It says that we in a configuration mode. All right. And watch every time you enter a new mode, the symbol is going to change. This is your prompt right here. And hey, tell me, what does it say right here? It says what? Config, right? So that means
Yeah.
we're in global configuration mode. So we want to get in the habit of reading these symbols to understand what mode we're in. So learning these modes here, you know that, okay, you start with the initial prompt. We go for user exec mode here, okay? So then switch pound symbol after we type enable, takes us to privilege mode. Then you type configure terminal, that's global configuration mode. See, the switch won't ask for a password when entering privilege mode after typing enable because it has the default factory configuration. Now, after we enter global config mode, one thing we can do too in global config, we can also type a host name. Let me show you how to do that. So you can type a host name in global config mode here. You can give it host name. We're gonna just call this what do you want to name our switch, everybody? We're gonna call this the best switch. Let's call it that. All right. So you can see that I just changed the name of it, right? It no longer says switch config, but the best switch configuration mode. And you can also configure different passwords, such as your enable secret passwords. So this password is gonna be entered. It's gonna be used to enter privilege mode from the prompt. So that way we're gonna increase our device security so it can be easier to access, just like Hagel said in the beginning. So we can just say enable secret. We're gonna just type the password as it shows here. Some strong password, okay? We'll just call it some strong password. And you know the device takes when unless you enter a new line. Anytime you get an error, you're gonna get the little squeaking lines here. Watch this. Anytime you get an error, it's gonna show you exactly where the market is. You see that error? The arrow where it's pointing to means we have an error right there. And so you'll learn how to configure telnet and console here. Now this right here is gonna be our guide for configuring our devices. So it's very good security practice to lock down all your access lines of a switch with the password. That's why we use passwords so much, because it's much better to configure what we call a AAA server, such as authentication, authorization, and accounting. But we'll just configure a password on each access line or virtual terminal. That's what we call a VTY. VTY stands for virtual terminal. And telnet, as I said, you know, that's a more of an insecure way to access a device remotely in a different location. Console connection allows you to use a console cable to access that. And so we'll just configure these lines just as such here. All right. We're gonna simple. So for your telnet lines, you're gonna use command line virtual terminal, line 0 through 15. Okay. And 0 is going to represent 1. All right. Remember that, everybody. 0 is going to represent the first line. So 0 be 1, lines 1 through 15. Y'all still with me on that? Okay. So, and once we do that, we need to configure our password this way. We're going to do a strong telnet password. Okay. That's what pass is short for, a password. All right, then we need to create the login command to make sure that we're able to log into our switch. All right, and then we can exit our interface. Okay. Oh, this another more I need to introduce y'all to. So anytime you see parentheses config dash line, that's called line configuration mode. Okay, line configuration mode, it allows you to configure your telnet and access lines. Okay. I'll also put that in the chat for y'all because this can be very important. So the configuration modes we're looking at. Zip mode, privilege mode, line configuration mode, User exec mode, privilege mode, global config mode, and line configuration mode, VLAN configuration mode. I'm about to say, you all can see this right here in our chat, on our chat button. You can post this link in here too. I want y'all to have this. This will help you with all your device configuration. But real quick, let me jump over here real quick. I want to show y'all something. I found some good information for y'all. I think you might like it. So the reason why we need to know all these basic protocols, OSI model, TCP/IP model, and our command modes, because guess what? When you become a system administrator and you start making all the money that I have posted right here, these are some of the qualifications, the things they want you to know how to do. You might have responsibilities for working in a data center, supporting Windows servers, desktops, Linux systems, and various applications patching as well. They might ask you to conduct backups and recovery process. But let's move on to network administrator here. Now, see, this salary range is pretty decent, right? That's pretty good, isn't it? It gets better too. It gets higher. Yeah, y'all see that? Yeah, I see it too. So, as network administrator, you're gonna be managing the gateway, the routers, and switches for the network. That's some of the things I do day to day. You monitor your data and voice systems, ensure that messages are delivered. Okay, that's why we have to use different protocols like TCP. Okay, that's at layer 4, by the way. That's at the transport layer. We use TCP to ensure that messages are delivered on time and in order. You're ensuring that your alarms and issues are being cleared, okay? And you perform tier 1 through 4 problem determination. You interface with users about network problems, designs, and engineers. Let's look for more than our responsibilities. Demonstrated knowledge and hands-on experience with LAN and WAN setup. TCP/IP protocol. That's why that's important. They want all of us to know this. You learn how to configure devices, routers and switches, firewalls. Experience with Ethernet, fast Ethernet. Okay. Different voice. Okay, that's voice over IP. That's dealing with a lot of your phone systems. And you learn how to use what we call network analyzers. Okay. Troubleshoot problems such as scripts. So that's why we start with the very basics, because we want to build up to all the advanced protocols as well. See, when I say it gets better, it really does. Because guess what? In the United States, the average network engineer's salary can be $92,442 a year. But some companies like Visa, you see these numbers, everybody? Then you have, let's see, like Boeing, for instance, they're paying $153,000 a year. UCLA 180, Meta 190. You see what some of the other companies paying. General Dynamics is located right at Massillon and Gunner, okay? A lot of those is too. I mean, that's right here in Montgomery. So I'm letting you know opportunity is here. So, they look for more smart people like us to come on board. And we need to go ahead and get on board, right?
Sure, yes, Lord.
I tell you what, though. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to our lab right here. Tell you what, who wants to go ahead and configure our switch for us? So what we need to do in our lab here, can everybody see, right?
Yeah.
See, all right. So we need to start with switch 1 right here. We'll go back and change the host name and give it S1. All right. We're going to focus on the switch for right now. We have everything connected here. So what I said here in this lab here, we just want to walk this together. I'm going to let you all work on it. You can see how some switches can be configured with a special IP address. It's known as a switch virtual interface, all right? So switch virtual interfaces can be used for remote access to the switch to display or configure settings. If VLAN 1 switch virtual interface is assigned to an IP address, by default, all ports of VLAN 1 have access to the switch virtual interface IP address. Okay. These switches will be using 2960 switches, for example. All right. So, I'm going to put packet tracer back here. Let's see how to give y'all control here. All right. There's some of y'all joining on the fun. Pretty much what we're gonna do. Okay, here we go. Tell you what, Joe. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give you control for a second. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and double click on our switch for me right here. Double click on our 2960 switch. Can you control the mouse yet?
You talking to me?
Nah, trying to find Jordan.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, tell you what, man. Try to double click on the switch for me. You got it? All right. So when you open it, I tell you what, type the command host name for me. Type about the type inside the window where it says switch 0.
Yeah, right here.
Yep.
What you want me to type in?
Host name. All right. So now you know what, we're gonna change the name to S1. See right here. Put a space between it for me.
Put a space in between host name.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to it?
Try it again. All right. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right.
And type in host name. It went away again.
All right. So after you type host name, put the I was about to say put an E at the end.
I can barely see it.
You can't see it.
I can barely see it.
What about now?
Yeah, it's a little bit better now.
All right. So I'll tell you what. Put an E at the end for me.
It's not doing that.
It's
not allowing me to do it.
All right. Hit space for me.
It's just dinging. It's not allowing me to do it.
I don't know why. Let me try this again. Hold on 1 second. All right, try it again, folks.
No, it's just still dinging.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Let's try this. So pretty much, you're gonna take host name, then to space S1. So now you just change the host name to S1. You see that? So it's asking us, let's look at the table right here. It gives an IP address of what, everybody? It says 192.168.1.2, right?
Right.
Okay. So it said we need to configure, okay, now part 1. K-by network and verify default switch configuration. Okay, so we've already connected everything as we have here. Okay, console cable is connected from my PC to switch. Ethernet cable is as well. Okay, links are showing green. That's good. We need to go to part 2. Need to configure our basic network device settings. Okay, that consists of an IP address. Okay, we also configure the PC IP address. All right, so what we need to do that. Let's stay on our switch first. Okay, stay on our switch before we go to our PC. One thing at a time here. All right. So in order to configure our IP address, let me scroll up a little bit more so you can see. What you would do right here, we're gonna follow this step right here for S1.
It's blurry.
Yeah, it's
It
blurry.
is.
Mhm.
It is. Blur for everybody. All right, let's do it. We'll make it work. So if I put it back here, can you see it?
Nah, it's still blurry.
It's still blurry. And we can see the part where it says first create the new VLAN. Now it looks better on the bigger one, but the one right here in this middle is blurry. But the bigger screen is better.
All right, let me do this. What about that?
It's still small.
Okay. I'm trying to see where to zoom my
Now with
text
my
here.
glasses on, I can see it, but I wear bifocal, so
Oh man.
that's what I'm saying. But like, you see now, like the bigger screen is perfect, but the
Yeah, you see
smaller
it, yeah.
screen is blurry.
I'm just trying to figure out. So tell me something real quick. How do you zoom the text on the keyboard? Any like control and shift maybe? Control F6, something like that. I'm about to say how you make the text bigger. I'm just trying to see if that'll work. Maybe. All right. Man, this is gonna be good.
It looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah. It's blurry, but it looks manageable.
Manageable. All right, let me try something real quick. So if I want to configure the IP address, you're gonna tell what I got highlighted and I stretch it in the background. You type the command IP address, right? You take IP address, you take the same IP we had in the table, 192.168.1.2. And guess what? There's a series of numbers going behind it. You see what says 255.255.255.0?
Yeah.
That's called a subnet mask, okay? The subnet mask is going to tell us how many addresses are needed for our IP address. So remember, you have to always have a subnet mask configured after the IP address. That's why. So watch this. Okay. And why did they give us that error? Oh, sorry. We need to go on our interface. That's why. Let me show you something. All right. So right now, what mode are we in right now? It says S1 configure pound. What mode are we in now?
Privilege mode?
Nope.
No.
The keyword is config here.
Configuration mode?
Global configuration mode. So notice how in the instruction it says in parentheses config-if. That means we need to be inside the interface. That means
So
we need to be
if, that means it has to go in the interface.
So the way we do that, you just simply type the interface you want to go in. We're gonna say interface VLAN 1. Why is that? Because on your default VLAN, that's where you configure your switch virtual interface. All right, got your switch virtual interface. Now we're just gonna type IP address, and what I did just then to make that reappear, I just pressed the up arrow on my keyboard. Using the up arrow on your keyboard, this is a shortcut to find the last command, the last line that you type. All right, so now it's going to accept it. So here, and also too, we need to also enable our interface. Okay, right now, we can see that it's showing in green right here between the switch and the PC, which is good. But remember this command right here, everybody. Anytime you need to enable the interface, you're gonna simply type no shutdown. All right, no shutdown. That's gonna make sure that you're gonna see the message pop up here. It's gonna say interface VLAN 1, change state to up. That means that the interface is now up. Like I said, in the up status. Okay. That's the way you do that. So real quick, you know what? So I know we just had some technical difficulties in the way. I'll tell you what I want everybody to do. I guess everybody except for to coin the area for the moment. Everybody else, go ahead and open packet tracer for me. I want you all to do this. Go ahead and just go ahead and create a new file, right? Go ahead and set up your lab just how I have mine right here. Can you see it? Go to view. We're gonna zoom on this a little bit here. How about that? Is it better? Can you see it now?
It's better.
Yes.
All right. We'll zoom a little bit more. So I want you to go ahead and open up packet tracer for me. And right from down at the bottom little pane on the network devices, add us a 2960 switch and go down to our end devices and add us a PC. And go to our cables, give us a console cable and a straight through cable. Go ahead and set it up. This is what you're going to use to configure, like I said, your basic device. Go ahead and do that for me. We'll take a few minutes to do that. Now, the other two, you know what? While y'all do that, I tell you what, Ariel, go ahead and take yourself off mute for me. And
Yes.
just go ahead and introduce yourself to the class. Just tell us tell us a few things. Tell us where you're from, what's your current occupation. You can tell us too, like I said, what's your biggest interest for wanting to pursue an IT career?
Okay. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Ariel Hawkins. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. My current occupation is the import compliance coordinator, and I work at Joanne Fabrics. And so what an import compliance coordinator is, it's like all of the product that comes into the store has to be vetted before it gets to the store, and it has to get there on time and in good shape. So we have to track that from like start all the way to conception of the product going into the store. We have to we work with the USDA and all of that to make sure that they don't bring over any I'm gonna just say bugs or like anything that could contaminate the soil over here in the US, where like from wherever it's coming from. So we work with like places like China and India and places like that. Sorry, my alarm. Uh-oh. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay. Sorry.
I can hear you. No, that's good.
Yes. And my biggest thing about getting into IT, I want to be in a creative space. I like my job, but I don't love it. And so I just want to get the basics down so that I can like be free to do what it is that I want. But I want a creative job. I haven't put my finger like all the way on what I specifically want to do, but I just want that knowledge and to carry it and have transferable skills so that I can have freedom.
Hey, and you know what? That's what we're here for. So, you know, I'm just starting with the basis of networking, but I'm just going to show everybody different ways you can go. You saw the salary information there.
Yes, I did.
and the different jobs I showed you located here in Alabama, right? But I'm going to show you another job right after this. It's going to be in cloud computing. Okay, that's another area of IT. And what cloud computing is, that is another way to store data, store data on the web, so that your files and storage is available on the web instead of using those large, those large servers and everything.
Right,
you know?
right.
You know, it's a great opportunity in that too, and then the salary opportunity goes up a little bit higher in that area too. So I'm sure it in just a second.
Right.
Yeah. So you know what? It's great to have you in class, and we excited. And, you know, we'll have a lot of fun too. And, you know, you can see already.
Yes.
Let me see, Jaquan, you still there? So go ahead and take yourself out of mute for me. Just tell us about yourself. Tell us where you from, your current occupation, and also what inspired you to get into IT.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
My name is Jaquan Whitfield. I'm from Prattville, Alabama, and the reason why I had wanted to pursue a career in IT is basically like I'm 21.
Perfect.
I would put it like not because I'm 21. It's just because, well, my cousin, he kind of influenced me on doing it because he's a software developer, and so he showed me some of the how it branches off into other things and how it still comes back to one thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of like that it branches off. So I'm able to I can still do the same. I can do that main thing, but I'm able to branch off and do other things and just learn all types of things about, because the tech field is like it always updates. So it's just a growing thing and it's gonna keep growing. So it's just something I want to get into before it's too late. That's why I feel it.
You know, one thing I want to inform you too, it's never too late, regardless of where you are in age. You know, you can pick this up wherever you are. It just takes a lot of practice. All right. So let me ask you put in sports, right?
No, sir.
You don't. Well, I was gonna relate to sports, but it just like working out, going to the gym. You gotta go to the gym every day to start seeing results, right? Start getting in shape. And this works the same way. You gotta keep practicing, keep studying. I don't expect this to be a straight line process at all. I don't think you're just gonna get it one time and just get it. I didn't even learn it that way. So I mean, you're allowed to just explore, have fun, ask questions, and just do it,
Yeah, I mean, my cousin, he told me once you start something, just finish it. So I mean, I just want to go ahead and finish it and get it out. Learn it, try to learn it, or not try to learn it, but learn it. And,
learn it. There we go.
Go far with it.
Here we just do it like Nike. We just do it, and just we have fun. That's what we do.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of confused. I'm like, when I first got into the class and you start doing the Family Feud, I didn't know nothing at all. I had to look it up and write down notes and everything.
Well, this is so this is the first night with us too. So I mean, I don't expect you to be an expert, not yet. it's your first night. That's all right.
Definitely, because I'm totally confused, but I'm taking it all in.
Okay, all right. I tell you what. Okay, all right. That's fine. But we gonna help you real quick. But as y'all continue working on that, I have another thing to show you. I mean, have y'all ever wondered about how to negotiate, your salary in an interview?
Kind of, yeah. So wait, do you mean negotiate it once you get the offer or in the interview?
Well, actually both. So pretty much, there are a couple of things that you need to know, y'all. Let's go for everybody. So one thing you want to do is research the company that you're interviewing with. So whether you interviewing for a local company here, in town, or it could be Microsoft or even Cisco, you want to also learn about the company's background, how they got started, how many people are actually working there. You want to learn about who's the CEO, who's the manager, the IT manager. Okay, that's how you learn about the team structure. You want to learn about what type of technology they use. Okay, what type of switches do they use? 2960 switches, the 3560s. What type of routers? You want also, because the companies want to know about your personality. They want to learn about you as well. What are your interests? What are your hobbies? They want to know that you're also interested in adding value to the company, not just solely just sold on money. Okay, they're already aware that you are doing this to earn a good living, but they don't want all your questions to be centered around money during the interview. I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be a complete turnoff if you do that. All right. So in this video right here, we're just gonna show you just a couple pointers about what to ask, okay, and also how to actually negotiate the salary. They offer you, and the company try to give you an offer, let's say $90,000 a year. Now that's a good salary, but you feel like okay, I want to negotiate up around 100K. Okay, you can do that, but just make sure that you use the right terms. You kind of spread yourself the right way. You don't want to put yourself outside of that ballpark figure, because that way you also want to kind of get a feel of what the company budget is. Can the company pay, let's say, for example, 150,000 a year? Sometimes I've seen people ask for that kind of money. The company honestly cannot pay that. So you want to stay within the range that they offer. So you don't actually take yourself out of the way. You know what I mean? So that way, you use it the right way to negotiate.
You're billing high six figures a year. Most of your work is on an exclusive basis.
Yeah, I can see it, right? I gotta make sure. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we can see it.
You also say that.
Check out this comment right here.
Would you also say that when a candidate is asking these further questions, like they're not just mentioning base, but they're talking about total comp, they're talking about if there's some like opportunity for equity or other benefits and things, does that make that candidate actually look more attractive? Like, does it make them seem like, okay, they're not just trying to get a quick job and make a bunch of money, but they are even knowledgeable about some of the benefits and opportunities, or they're even asking further like questions? Does that make them look better as a candidate?
Yes, 100%. And then it makes the hiring team take them more serious as well. They don't look like a pushover.
You said what?
They don't look like a pushover. So if you ask certain questions, like if my candidates ask me certain questions, I know they know what they're talking about. So it's really difficult for me to go back to my leadership if they ask for a certain amount and I have to go and get that approved. It's really hard for me not to get it approved because I have enough information that they've provided to me that I can take back to my leadership and say, this is why they think they deserve this particular number.
Yeah.
Right. And then, you have to think about at some point when you're leaving one job and you're transitioning to another, you would have accumulated some type of bonus within that current role that you are probably not going to get that payout because you're transitioning out. So always take that and use that and leverage a sign-on bonus at every single transition. Everyone.
Does that make sense? What she just said?
Yeah? Okay.
Okay, so when they come apply to our jobs,
Watch this.
we're gonna say no to everyone that's here. Okay, that's in the room. That's some good knowledge. I mean, straight up. I think that's some really good firsthand knowledge. I wish I would have known that when I first got started. I got lucky. I told y'all a little bit of this kind of in the green room before we came out here today. My first job in tech, that first job, Cyrus, that I had, I got stake in the company, and within 13 months of me joining that company, it was a tech startup. They were based in California. I was working remote, living here in Atlanta. And they decided to sell the company. They sold the company. And I had shares in the company. It was a privately held company. And I got a check in the mail when that sale went through. And that was a game changer.
Yeah.
That changed my whole trajectory of I'm working in tech and I'm just hustling and I'm doing my thing to oh, I got money.
I got money.
It was different. I came from a lot of places where maybe some of y'all came from. I was the first one in my family to graduate from college. Okay, I was the second one to go, the first one to graduate. Right, I had a kid in college. While I was in college before I graduated, I wasn't expected to even do anything. So for me, not only was I doing okay by making it in tech, but now I got a 6-figure check in the mail, cash, free and clear, and I'm still working.
Yeah.
So for me, you said something, and I hope people didn't just let that just pass you by, but don't just look at the salary that you're getting from the organization, but also look at that total comp. Look at the equity that you can potentially get if in that organization, shares in the company, stock in the company, stock options, re-ups over time. Look at the entire compensation package when you're negotiating that salary, because it's been a game changer for me. That's allowed me to be able to do the things that I'm doing now outside of my day-to-day life. But it really started because of the tech startups and the equity I had in those firms.
Yeah.
And really quickly, if we have time, when you guys receive those RSUs or stock in the form of RSUs, those are paid out over a certain amount of years and dispersed over a certain amount of time or a certain frequency. You can choose to use those RSUs to trade other stock. You can open a stock account. You can decide to cash them out as free cash flow. Hopefully you're keeping them in, but whatever is best for you, just be sure to ask what those options are, because that does matter.
So real quick, a couple of things I want to drop on y'all. Start negotiating your salary before your first interview. I do this all the time. Don't wait to the end to start talking about how you want to get paid. That's one big thing. The other thing that I want to say is go into that situation or the interview talking to a recruiter or anybody with confidence. I will say that engineering and being in big tech, there's a scarcity of good engineers, right? So putting this on y'all, they need you more than you need them. Trust me on that. So don't come into those interviews or talking to recruiters really timid or not understanding. Come in there very aggressively. And if you come in aggressively like that, you'll get paid aggressively. The other big thing that I want to mention about just negotiating salaries is that they talked about, and it's very well, it's like you can ask people, ask your recruiter or ask anybody what the pay band is. I mean, we live in 2023. You can look online and see what the average rate is going for an engineer in your area code, right? So take advantage of that information and go after it. You talked a lot about you started with a company that was in California. It was a tech startup. I've worked with a lot of companies that are in California. One huge tip is if you have the experience and you have I'm just gonna say you have the balls to do this. Every interview that I've had with a company that worked in California, I tell them straight up, I want to be paid California rates, and I am in Georgia. And a lot of times they will pay it.
That's a nugget.
So keep that in mind when you're going in and you're looking at a job like, hey, this company is based in California. They're automatically going to pay an engineer that does the exact same job as me $100K more than what I have just because they live in a different area code. Yeah. I don't think that's fair. We're doing the exact same work. So I just want to leave you guys with that.
That's a bar.
I'm gonna hit one quick thing. That's a huge tip. That's why all of my companies are all California based.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a bold statement and say that doing a TEDx talk is going to be the most transformative and uplifting experience of your life and your business. This is Kevin before his TEDx talk. When I met him, he was 19 years old and just...
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so I say, we got a chance to kind of see how a lot of these engineers got started, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you saw, so you picked up some great tips about, how to prepare for the interview. You saw how the first engineer, how he grew with his first 6-figure check-in tech. And that, I'm telling you, like that feeling right there is amazing. I mean, seeing like where you come from, all your hard work paying off. I mean, like it's love, let me tell you.
No, it's amazing though. And it's just like it's amazing what you're doing as well, because like they said, it's a scarcity. And as far as like, Black people overall, like it's a scarcity. So just trying to help others get into a position so that they can, do well is good. It's good. That was amazing. I like that.
Yeah. So, hold on a second. I want to make sure I get at y'all too. Because, I think it's something real good for you all to have too. And see, this came from a couple Uber and Microsoft recruiters. All these companies, they look for people like us. Like I said, you know what? They need us a lot more than we need them. So that's why I tell you, not to be hard on yourself. Just take time and learn it, and just go after it, because like this is for you.
I'm about to start applying now.
You should. I encourage you to do so. When you get a chance, send me your resume too. I'll give you my email address. I just want to see, where you are with. See where you are. Can I give you some pointers?
Oh, I need pointers all the way. Like you'll probably laugh at my resume.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, you just starting out, so now I won't do that.
Okay.
But I tell you, I want y'all to do. Jaquan and Area, I want y'all to do this for me. Follow me really quick. So I want y'all to go to netacad.com, all right?
Hold on.
Go right here. And Courtney, tell me, how did you tell me how did you create your own account?
I actually went to the website, same thing that you are, and then I click log in.
Yeah.
Okay. And when it said log in, click log in for me.
Okay.
Okay, now scroll. Oh, Jesus.
Sign up.
I'm trying to look at yours. Hold on. I keep forgetting this doggone computer. Okay, so you see where it says you don't have an account, sign up? Click sign up.
Let me see. Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, so right here, when you go to create account, this we put in all information, your email, you're gonna create a password for this website, first and last name, your country, of course, then you register. And once you do that, we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna log in my account and show you. So you go right here.
And then after you create an account, it has a thing where you put your name and all that other stuff and the more information if you want to.
That's right. And see what you can do on the resources. Go to Packet Tracer resources. And right up under here, it's gonna take you Packet Tracer download. That's how you have access to the software that I was showing you. All right, you go down here to download, right? And I'm pretty sure we're using Windows, right? We're using Windows.
I have a Mac.
You got a Mac? Okay.
Unfortunately,
yeah. No, I'm gonna say Mac is cool. So use the Mac version. Use the Mac version right here, 64-bit download. And Jaquan, if you have a Windows machine, you can use 64-bit on Windows. But I'm gonna say everybody, this course right here above, Get Started with Packet Tracer. And it's an online course. I said it's only 2 hours long. You can take this for free and kind of get you kind of more familiar with it. It's just a very beginner course, kind of show you around it. I'll kind of show you how it works. Yep, you just use your Cisco account to log into it. Yep, I say y'all go ahead and do that. Very with your coin. Just go ahead and download Packet Tracer for me first. But the rest of my good people, since y'all here last week, go ahead and set up your lab just like this right here. Go ahead and set it up. I want y'all to do for me. I want to see you just configure a host name and give it an IP address. Don't sit down what you to do so far. All right. That's on our switch, that is. Give our switch a host name and a IP address. Yep. All right. How y'all doing out there anyway? How you doing? Oh yeah, I got enough to share with y'all. Y'all want some?
no.
Can't even open
Oreos.
I got some of those too.
You can send that through configuration. I don't even know if I said it right. Let me not even play.
I can do that. I'll do that for you.
Let me see.
Right, y'all. So show me this. So when you configuring it, say when you did it, what you want to be able to do? Want to be able to log into our switch right here, right? Now, since I configure the password for me. Well, anytime you enter the switch, notice how the host name has changed already. Set to S1. Now you're in enable mode now. You need to be able to I'm sorry, use jet mode. You need to be able to type command enable and type enable. It's gonna ask for a password now because we configured that. So press enter. Okay. So we enable secret password to be, you see this right here on our switch. The enable secret password is gonna be some strong password. But notice this, when you're typing it, you can't see what you're typing, can you? That's why we gotta type it slow. We want to make sure nobody can guess our password either. So now, guess what? The symbol changed again. What mode does that represent, everybody? Well, tell me. So, looking at the pound symbol, what mode does that represent?
Is that the global configuration?
It's the one before that one.
Privilege mode.
It's the one before that, which would be privilege mode. Privilege mode. Now, I'm gonna show you something. Anytime you want to see what's already been configured on the switch, remember this command right here: show running -config, and press enter. All right. See, notice this. You're at the top of your configuration right now. It says current configuration. That's how you know you're at the beginning. You see the version. Version is 15.0. Host name is S1. Enable secret password. Now, what I configure that secret password to be right here is some strong password, right? Notice how the password looks inside the configuration here. Can you read that? Can you read it? No, you can't. Wanna know why? Because that password is not showing in encrypted form to make sure, just like Hagel said at the beginning, no unauthorized users can actually access our system nor read our password. Okay. So here, guess what? You hit the space bar to look at the rest of your configuration. All right. So now you see interface fast Ethernet 01 all the way through 24 ports on the switch. You have a gigabit Ethernet 01 interface, gigabit Ethernet 02 interface. Now, where do we configure our IP address, Courtney? On the which interface? What does it say right there?
Right where?
Okay, in our config right here. Everybody can see, right? Hold on. I got you right here. So this is where we are. So pretty much in our config, you see IP address is right under this, what we call the switch virtual interface. That's interface VLAN 1. Right. The IP address is subnet mask. I'm just showing you how to read the config here. All right, so you have your console lines right here. That's line console 0. Right? Its password is being configured here. Okay, you had a login command configured. Then you have your virtual terminal lines. Lines 5 through 14. You got your strong little telnet password. Then you got log in, for instance. All right. So main thing I want y'all to be able to do right now is go ahead and configure the host name and get your switch and IP address. All right. And we'll take it from there. Kendra is joining us for the night too. Hello, Kendra. Hey, how you doing?
So can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I hear.
My sister just unmuted her, so she gonna say something crazy probably.
Yeah, I was just about to get her out of here. Yuck.
All right, y'all doing this old sister thing. I see. So
I had to make sure it was her at first. I'm like, hold on.
you know what, Area? Do me a favor. Show your sister how to download Packet Tracer really quick.
Okay, so You go, should I start from the beginning? Because I learned from, I think it was Courtney. So you go from, to wait. The Netacad, is that how you pronounce it? .com. And then you go to log in. And then if you don't have an account, you go find where it says don't have an account and you click that. And then, you set up your account and then you enter in all of your information. And then you find on the page, the first page, where it says, you said packet tracker, right? Yes. And you find that, and then you download it if you have Windows or Mac. My Mac is acting stupid. But you download that, and then, you said get my computer? No. Oops, I don't know what this is.
Okay, I'm about to go on mute, but all these sessions are recorded.
Of course, yep. Always.
Are you sending them?
Yeah, I will. Tell you what, give me your email address too, Ariel and Jaquan.
Okay, just put it in the chat.
Oh. Oh, send me that. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me show y'all something else. So this is a job announcement that I was going to show you. One second. This one I was going to show you right here. This is another job announcement. This is another area IT, cloud computing. This is for a cloud engineer developer role. Okay. It's a remote job, and they have openings also here in Montgomery, Maxwell Air Force Base. So this job here shows you how the U.S. Customs and Border Protection oversee the mass flow of people that enter and depart the United States through air, land, and sea, and cyberspace. And they're trying to protect the data of all the people that are using data to promote efficient trade and travel. It's for producing big data solutions to help the organization ensure the movement of people and capital, products, and legal safe. It's safe. That's the mission. But as a cloud engineer, you're supporting the development of enterprise applications, design and implement microservices, architectures, OC, and work with other big data engineers. So here, you saw work with large systems for leading and performing the maintenance of what we call DevOps, agile development principles, to support the threat analysis and targeting. All right, you're gonna develop new code, existing application code, and data flows as well. And you also can participate in formal and informal design reviews, solution sessions, and project milestones and meetings as well. These are just some of the job duties as well. And guess what? Let me show you this salary range right here. Can y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? 146,000 walking in the door. Goes up to 185. That's almost 200,000 a year. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? You know, just showing you just many opportunities that are, that are at our fingertips.
Okay, now can we go over to, if it's possible, to the app? Because I don't even know how to use this app. Like, how do I get to my
Imagine what would
connect?
happen if every person in the United States.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said packet trace?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Just when we
Pretty
have
much.
a chance to go over the app.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me show you something real quick. All right. One thing we want to know so far. All right, so first thing first, we have to know these configuration modes, all right? So well, what I shared with y'all earlier, I'll post here again for you. Okay. Pretty much. When you're working in packet tracing, you have to know what mode you're gonna be working in, right? So the first mode that appears as soon as you log into that switch and type enable, press enter, you're going to what we call user exec mode. That looks something like this. You see the switch come up, has that greater than symbol show up, right? And once you type enable, hit enter, you're gonna see the prompt change again to privilege mode, where it looks just like this. It had the switch, the term switch comes up. Because I said, because we haven't changed the host name yet. That's what that represents. You're gonna see that pound symbol that represents privilege mode. Okay, so in order to change the host name, we need to be in global configuration mode, okay? And the way that we get there, while we're still in privilege mode, let me highlight all of that. While you're still in privilege mode here, you're gonna type the command configure terminal, right? And that prompt is gonna change to look just like this. Okay, config, switch config. That represents global configuration mode. So we need to start actually learning and memorizing what these modes look like. Because this guy right here that I posted in the chat is going to show you exactly how what's up. The switch will not ask for a password when entering privilege exec mode, okay? Or I type in enable, because this is your default factory configuration. So to configure your IP address for the switch virtual interface going in VLAN 1, you need to first enter the interface VLAN 1. So while you in global config mode, you're going to simply type it just like this. All right. So right now, but before I go to global config mode, what mode is this right here, everybody? Oh, I probably need to switch back over. Why I asked that? All right, so right here. So what mode am I in right now? You see what it says switch S1 right here? What mode is that?
Privilege mode.
Huh?
Is it privilege mode? Am I crazy?
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Privilege mode. So you're gonna type the command configure terminal here, right? So notice that, like I said, that prompt changes again. Global config mode, right? We need to configure the IP address. We need to go into what mode to do that? We need to go into the interface, right? And just type interface. And watch this. I'm gonna introduce the help command to you because this is gonna be your best friend. The help command is simply the question mark as I type right here. You see that? When I type the question mark, you have a few options. You can configure an Ethernet interface, a fast Ethernet interface, gigabit Ethernet, a port channel, or a VLAN, or you configure a range of interfaces at once.
Right.
But we want to do, we're going to simply go into VLAN 1, okay? We go interface, huh?
It's
You
real
go
small.
to, okay, small, all right.
Small.
So, okay, don't worry, we're gonna get around that. And you see where it says interface VLAN 1. Notice how the prompt changes again because guess what? It says S1 config -L. Config-F means that we're in interface configuration mode. We're in interface configuration mode inside of interface VLAN 1. So what we do, we simply type the IP address here, okay? And we're gonna type the IP address that is in the table right here inside our lab here. Let me go find it. Okay, here we go. So how we find the IP address? So looking at the table here, and I said device S1, right? We see the IP address should be 192.168.1.2. So you simply gonna configure it, I said under that interface. And tell me again, somebody, what needs to go right behind the IP address in order to make sure that we have enough addresses in our network? You know, there's a series of numbers that go behind the IP address. What was it again? Anybody remember? It's gonna be your subnet mask. All right. So you gotta also type the IP address 255.255.255.0. Okay. And once it takes, you'll see it go to the next line right there. That's how you do that.
It's called your what? Your submask?
Subnet mask.
Subnet mask.
Let me see some. Okay, so real quick. Oh yeah. Also, you know what? I put a couple things on the website for you too. So these are all yours right here. All these handouts, they're for you to read and study. You can learn more about the OSI model, TCP/IP model, your cables, your fiber optics, straight through cable pinouts, and crossover cable pinouts. Also about how to just read on how to troubleshoot what we call network issues as well. All right. So those are yours. Like I said, you just click these and open them up and save them to your computer. And you can read those, right? And also too, click on feedback for me and just leave some feedback from the night too. Let them know what all went well for you, everything like that. But I don't think I just want you just everybody has packet tracing now, right? Everybody has a chance to download it. Everybody?
You said download what now?
Yeah, I said everybody download a packet tracer, right? You know what I showed you how to download from Dedicated?
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all got that? I know Kendra said she's still trying to get another computer, so that's fine. You know, we'll work around that too. Yep. So we got a chance to see a lot. We got a chance to see the salary charts, some job announcements that are available to us. Okay. Any questions so far? Anything?
If we wanted to go over the package tracer,
Again?
let me figure out. Hold on. If we wanted to go over there to like, will we go over there to like, that's what I was saying, like type the IP address stuff, or can you do that over there?
Well, what you mean? What you mean though?
You see how, okay, like I'm in packet tracer right now, okay? And so you know how like you was writing different IP addresses and stuff, like that boxes, hold on.
I tell you what, do me a favor. Share your screen with me. Well, with everybody else.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the command prompt.
Yeah. So like how do you see my screen?
Not yet. I tell you what, at the bottom, click on share screen for me. And then it's gonna show you which screen that you want to share. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay.
Okay, so if I'm over here, then how do like you see how like you can pull up your command prompt stuff and you type in there the stuff you want over there? Okay, so how do I type it over here?
What you need to do first? You got first connect everything now. Remember, cause right now you have your devices on the network, but nothing is connected. You see that?
Oh, because I don't have my Ethernet cords and stuff. Okay.
All right, so first thing first, let's do that. So on the cables, let's find a straight through cable really quick. Take your mouse down here at the bottom, come down to the bottom where all your cables are. All right, so I say, okay, so right there, click on that second cable for me to deselect it. All right, so cancel it. Click on where it say copper straight through. Click on where it say copper straight through. There you go. Click. All right, so come on up. Come on up to your switch. All right, click on it. Select interface fast Ethernet 06 for me. Okay. And connect that to your PC. Click it. All right, so that needs to go to what counter port? Fast Ethernet, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, click that. Now they'll be on the same fast Ethernet interface. So that's good. That's a good sign. We got a green link light on the end of the PC, right?
Right.
On the switch end, it's orange. That's good too. That means it's still booting up. It's gonna turn green in a second. Let's watch it. Now, if it was red, that means we don't have no connection.
Now this is coming back to me. I need
coming back now, huh?
Oh yeah, it's all coming back for sure. So I got a question. So three-way handshake. This is what we're about to do with these two, the switch and the client. I mean the
Yep. I want you to explain it to I want you to explain that to us too, but hold on.
Come on, man. So okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
have y'all already went over it?
No, we've been waiting on you to explain it.
Okay, so the three-way handshake is basically how the client and the switch, or the client and the server, right? Client and the switch communicates. So from testing processes, people are used to the send, act, right? So what you do is send it.
I have a question.
TCP? I didn't say that.
No, hold on. What is send and what is act?
Okay, send is synchronization, basically showing the connection, and acknowledgement, and act is acknowledging that the connection is available, that they're talking to each other.
There you go. Okay. There we go. Keep going. Keep going.
Hold on, Rita. Can you say what sin is? You said sin is what?
Synchronization.
Okay.
And then act is, so it's sin is SYN and act is ACK.
Okay.
So the client will send the switch a send request to see if it's available to, or see if it's able to receive it, see if it's able to receive the request. And so if the switch is able to receive the request, it will send back an acknowledgement or act to let them know, the client know that I see your request and I'm acknowledging your request. So the client will send back to the server or the switch, I'm here, I received that you acknowledge my request, and they have met their connection at that point to where they can communicate back and forth to each other.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't say anything about that. Did I?
Great job.
Thank you. I didn't say anything about TCP, but this is a major part of TCP, the transfer.
Okay. Now you've been overachieved.
I gotta be, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to.
But nah, I'm just playing with you. But look, hold on, we'll come back to TCP IP real quick. So, hey, Courtney, I want to show you something. Guess what? So, in order to configure our device, what kind of cable do we need to go from that PC to the switch? You remember?
Your Ethernet.
Not Ethernet. We got Ethernet connected already. It's connected now, it's showing in green. But there's another cable that we need to I can't give it away. But it's gonna be used for you to configure that switch from that PC. You know what? You don't have to guess it. Guess what? It's right in front of you. So under your connections, take your mouse and scroll down here. Take your mouse. Okay, you see how you hover over it? It changes. Come on back down to the left.
To the middle? Oh.
The left. The left.
I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Now you said take it back to the middle.
The left. The left. Come on down. All right. You're almost there. Come on. No, come on back to the left. There you go. It's that one. Console. Your console cable. Click it. Click. All right. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
What's changing? Oh, sorry. I was trying to figure out what was changing. You said something was changing on the screen.
Yeah. All right, so guess what? We're gonna connect from the switch. All right. So click on the switch for me. So what port should we click on, Eric? To help out. What port should it be? Because we were trying to console into the switch, right?
I don't know. You had said it and I missed it. You said which one should we click on?
Yep.
Okay, wait, I'm trying to
see. Is it the 7/8?
Nope. You know what? Because remember, that's a console cable, right? That goes to the console port on your switch. Wanna know why? The console cable is used to configure your network devices from the PC. So guess what? We're gonna connect it to the console port right here. All right. Click on console port. All right, click. All right. So now, I say what? Go back over the top for me and connect that to the PC. Oh, no, don't be afraid to move it around. But that's why we doing it. There you go. All right, so click on the PC. All right, so you're gonna go into the RS-232 port. That's your port on the switch that goes where the console connects on the PC. Click for me. All right, so now it's connected. Guess what? Now you're ready to configure your switch. Got the Ethernet cable and the console cable connected. We're ready to go. Double click on that switch for me.
Oh, so once you hook them up, then the thingamajigger pops up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm old. You know, we had this when I was in.
I know. Double click on that switch. Double click on it.
I did. You don't see the thing that popped up? Or you want me to go back to it?
You know what? You might have to share it with us. Yeah, I had to do that a couple times too.
Share this screen at the pop-up screen.
But also, that you know what? That window should come up where the switch is.
Let me see if I put it back down because it says you're sharing your screen. Okay, but I'll do it. Let's see if I go me.
I can't see it. You can't see it.
Okay, new share. So let's go. Yeah, I think you have to click on it. You see it now?
Yep. All right. Good. Go to the command line interface. Like I said, the CLI. All right. So press enter. All right. There you go. What mode is that, Courtney?
That greater than, less than mode. That's my
enable. Act like they can hear it. Enable.
All right. So I said, what's that mode called by looking at the symbol?
the user interface mode? The user mode?
User exec mode.
Okay, yeah.
User exec. All right. So go ahead and type enable for me.
And so now we in privilege mode.
There you go. We're in privilege mode. All right. So what mode should we be in to configure our host name?
Global configuration.
There you go. Man, look, y'all make my heart smile. What command should we use?
I'm going to use the question mark because that's my cheat code.
There you go. Use
right.
it. Use it. All right. So how do we enter configuration mode?
We're going in the configuration. Oh, we're talking about what them extra. No, that's if I want the IP address, had them extra numbers on the end.
Hold on, slow down. You overthinking it. So guess what? You use the help command, right?
Mm-hmm.
You trying to find which command you should use. And what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to disable privilege mode. No.
No. You what you want to do is enter configuration mode. You want to enter configuration mode, and which command is going to allow you to do that?
Configure.
All right. So do configure and then do the question mark. All right. You know what? What you gotta do is put a space between configure two.
Talking about
configure
right
space question mark. Configure space question mark.
Oh, that's why I didn't do it.
All right. Configure terminal. That's your command. Type it. Go ahead and type that. Press enter.
Type what? Configure?
Okay, you type configure already, but look at your option right here. It's gonna be terminal,
Configure
right?
memory network terminal.
Just configure terminal. Configure terminal. That's it. Configure space terminal. Okay. I'm about to say type it here. Just type configure terminal. Press enter.
That's what I just did.
Type it again. That's all right. There you go. So now you in. Cause now it changed again. You see that? It went to switch config. That means now you in global configuration mode. All right. So first thing I want you to do, configure our host name. All right. You probably know, like, how do I do that? What command do I use? Use the help command. Use it. Use it up. All right. Now look at the list. Hit the space bar for me so you see all your options right here. These are all the commands that are available to you. Now, which one of these commands help you configure that host name?
Username.
Host name?
Oh, host name. I'm sorry. The host name, set system network user, set systems network name. So host name.
Host name. Go and type it.
I gotta put a space after then enter.
Yep. So hit space first. All right. Host name space. And what's our host name gonna be again? S1. A switch. S1. All right. Press on for me. There you go. So now you change the host name. You can see it went from switch to S1. Host name been changed. So now tell me, how would you go about configuring the IP address?
To configure the IP address.
You're already in global configuration mode. So no, come on back down. Come on back down.
I was reading my questions.
Okay, you okay?
Okay,
So
that's
right
to configure the terminal line.
So, all right. So in global config mode, that's where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go into another mode, one step above it, to configure the IP address. What mode would that be? And everybody else, feel free to help out.
The VLAN?
Yep, you're right. So I said, how do we get it?
It's coming back. Let's go. All right, VLAN. And then what we gonna do? Press enter.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Before you do that, you have to go into the interface though to do that. Keyword is interface here.
Why you gotta do that? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
You gotta do interface VLAN 1. Mm-hmm.
Space 1.
Now VLAN 1 is all together. All right, so now guess what? Let's go and type the IP address of subnet mask. All right, and what's the IP address anyway? What is it? What is it, y'all? Y'all remember?
129.
192.68.12.
There you go. 192.168.1.2. And Kendra, tell us the subnet mask. We can't hear you.
255.255. I forgot the last two I text. 255.0.
What was it?
That 0 or that 1?
That 0.
That 0.
Uh-huh.
So it's 255.
All right, so hold on. Hold on 1 second. You can put it all together. There you go. Now type it. 255. Help out again, Kim.
Dot 255.
Okay.
Dot 255.0. No. Don't put the dot right there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
There you go.
25.
Dot 255. Dot 255.0. No.
It's 255.255.0.
So it's 255.255.255. This is the same as the IP. You got to have different numbers. That's
right.
There you go.
Press on. Oh, man, you know what? The problem with that, now you type the IP address, but you didn't tell our switch, well, what's that gonna be used for? So do this for me. So do this for me. Instead of typing everything over, you just gonna hit the arrow, the up arrow key. Press that for me. Press the up arrow key again. All right. So use the left arrow key to go all back in the front of 192, right? Go in the front of it and type IP address. There you go. And space. Okay, now press enter. Now it worked. You know why? We told it exactly what the address is used for.
That's to the IP address, right? So basically, everything that's in the front of it is basically telling whatever's behind it what to do, what you want to do.
There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So now what we need to do, we need to enable this interface. Cause see, I'm gonna show you something else, y'all. So hey, what does it say? It says config-if, right? What configuration mode does that represent?
Interface configuration.
Exactly. There it is. So we need to enable that interface. And what command allows us to do that?
Enable.
Not quite.
No shutdown.
So say it again, Eric.
No shutdown.
No shutdown. That's it. No shutdown is going to enable our interface. That's right. Shut down. So now you see the message that says change state to up. That's what we did there. It's going to change our state to up. And see what it says. Interface VLAN 1 is now up and activated. So last thing we need to do is save it. Press enter for me. All right, so we need to, and another thing, we can never save in configuration mode nor interface. So we need to exit twice. Type exit, press enter. All right, press enter again. All right, so now we're back in privilege mode. Remember this, everybody. We always save our work in privilege mode. If we don't save it, all the work is lost. It's lost after that. So in order to save it, we're going to do write mem, WRMEM. All right, that's going to save it. Put a space between write and mem though. Press enter. All right, when it says build a configuration, that means that everything is being saved. All right, so now we need to check our work. And how we do that again, Eric? You remember? You remember how to you remember how to look? You remember how to look at our configuration?
No.
Okay. I do this. We're gonna type a show run, show space, running dash config.
Show space running.
Dash
config.
Dash. It's a dash between
show and running.
Between running that config.
Like that.
Press enter. All right, so now guess what? You can see at the top of your configuration right here, the version, right? What's that version number, Kendra? What is it? 15.0, right?
Hold on. You said what now?
You see the version of our configuration, right?
Yes, I do.
So the version is what? 15.0?
0. Yes.
Okay, our host name been changed too. What is it?
The host name is no longer S1. So
yeah, that's the host name.
Yeah.
That's our host name. It was switch at first, right?
It was switched, right. I thought you meant it was changed again from S1 to something else, but I see it says host name from S1.
All right. So now we want to start going through the rest of our config. Hit the space bar. Keep going. Keep on going till you find interface VLAN 1.
There you go.
There you go. And hit it again. So now you see interface VLAN 1 is being configured. IP address and host name, see? And it's also up now. It's enabled because what would have happened if we didn't enable it, it would appear in shutdown mode. Meaning that what that means is that no traffic can pass through that interface until we enable it. But keep going. Hit the space bar again. Okay. Keep going. All right. So what we'll do next week. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all work on this. Go ahead and configure your console and virtual terminal lines. It's actually in that same document I put in the chat. So go ahead and add your console and virtual terminal lines. Yep. And y'all just started y'all first configuration tonight. You added the host name and the IP address. You learn how the config is added. You start seeing the different configuration modes, and you learn why we need a configuration. Why do we need configuration again, Haley? Tell us again.
To basically tell it how to set itself up or how to set whatever it needs to be set up.
All right. So easy way to say that, enable management.
Yeah, enable manager.
And the easy way to say that, we enable management and increase and maintain security.
Okay.
Yep. That'd be good. You know what? You said that during the interview, you would sound very confident. They'll be like, ooh, man, this girl's smart.
Okay. Say that again. Let's see if I can look so I can get the notes straight.
That's right. And so you know what they're gonna say, ooh, man, okay, how much you want from us? That's what they're gonna say. How much you want from us? You say 500,000.
Yep. For the whole business.
Mm-hmm. You know,
With stock options.
Huh?
With stock options.
What happened? No, say it again.
I said, can you repeat what you said?
I repeat what I said. Which part of it? All of it?
No, the interview passing question, the one that's gonna get us that job.
Oh, so you know what? Y'all say, you were late to class. You missed all that good stuff. You were late. Like,
Oh,
you were late.
So go there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Don't want to go there.
Yeah, we do.
Oh. No, we don't.
Hey, you know what? Now you know what? Anytime that happen right there, anytime you see that message right there, the main server do controlling F6. That should break that. You know, bring it back to normal.
What did
I have a question. Would it be so? Is config supposed to be spelled like that, like, or is that the reason?
No. It's a spell wrong.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was supposed to be.
I say, you know, anytime you make that mistake, just press Control and F6, and that'll bring it back to normal. Yep, that's how you can fix that right there. Tell you what. Hey, Courtney, let me have the screen share back for a minute. Let me have it back for just a second. I'm gonna show y'all something else before we get off here tonight. But we got plenty of time. Got plenty of time, actually. All right, so you know, these some more questions to ask our managers during interviews too. So hold on a second. It's gonna talk also a little bit about diversity. Do companies want diversity or just token blacks? Hold on a second. Find this.
Why don't you own commercial?
In your opinion, do companies actually want diversity, or do they just want tokens? That was a good. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? Y'all like that? I thought it was good when I came up with it.
Is this on? Okay. Hello? Okay.
Are you here?
I cannot speak for every company. I will say that any company that I have ever accepted an offer for or from, it's because I saw others such as myself in leadership roles within that company. If you are not seeing that, if there's not one person on the interview panel that looks like you may want to rethink some things.
That's good.
I mean, I can speak a little bit on that. Saying that I do have a company, I will say that 71% of our engineering staff is African American, which is something that you don't really see every day. I've been the only black guy on a lot of different engineering teams. And to be honest with you, I've been a token, and I've also been a part of a company that was really trying to expand and be diverse. So to piggyback off what you said, I think it's just a mix. You'll see companies out there that are very genuine about it, and then you'll see others that are like, hey, I just need to check this box so I don't get canceled, you know?
But you can feel that. I think bigger than anything else, I think quickly once you join an organization, it doesn't take long. You can quickly feel the difference. Does this culture accept me? Am I now a part of this culture? Or was I just a check the box, right? I've been at those organizations, you've probably been there too, and I've quickly made those moves, right? I got what I needed to get out of that role. I learned what I needed to learn. I mastered a new technology, a new, programming language or whatever it was that I needed to get from that, and I quickly moved on, right? Because I saw what it was, but guess what? I'm gonna get what I need to get out of this before I move on. If that's how you're gonna play it, great, I'm gonna play it this way as well. So don't be afraid of that. I think for me, I've leveraged every opportunity just as much as they're getting their salaries worth out of me. I am going to get that plus some out of that job more than you know before I leave.
Come on.
So I don't care. Let me be a token.
Hey, that's some great.
Let me be a token. That's just me. Let me be a token.
And then too, if you're diagnosing that could be the situation, you may have an opportunity to be that Black ERG leader or creator. And if you are trying to create that space for others like yourself and it's not being heard and the company doesn't have a budget, and they're not returning your emails regarding that, then you already know what it is.
So for those of you all who have talked to me, y'all know I be saying stuff. Okay? When I went into, what was surprising for me about when I interviewed for Microsoft was I literally interviewed beatboxing. I interviewed as Shanae, really as for people who know me, they call me Nay. So I was Nay in that interview. Nothing about Shanae was there. I was my absolute self, the same way I would be at home, silly with my husband. So that was the moment that I realized I may be coming into something where I don't feel like I have to put on a facade, or I don't have to put on a mask, or I don't have to code switch, because I'm not doing that. And I made up my mind that I was not going into my interviews code switching. I literally said, I'm going to talk how I talk. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to speak how I speak. And so when I went into my Microsoft interviews, I had someone who looked like me. He was a black man, but then I also had two other interviewers who didn't look like me and let me be myself, which was very rewarding because even I told my director this week, I said, you have to understand, I don't think you understand as a white man, for you to encourage me and other Black people who are under you and report to you, for you to encourage us to be our absolute self and be okay with us being ourselves. And it actually, I was in tears telling him this in our one-on-one. I said, you have to understand what that means for us, as for the culture, for Black people. And I said, I know you'll never get it, but I keep saying it because other people can't say it to you. So I'm going to say it to you on behalf of my community. I appreciate the fact that you're allowing us to be ourselves, although I'm going to be myself anyway. So to answer the question, in terms of a token, I have never been in a space or interviewed with a company that I feel like I'm being a token. What I have experienced, though, is I've been under a Black person and was told not to be myself.
Ooh.
And I've also been under a white folk and was welcome to be myself.
Yeah.
So I was very confused.
Yeah.
confused as shit. Like I was very confused. And because we're in this safe space, not only was I under a Black person, but we were in the same sorority.
Wow.
And it broke my heart.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart to a point where my current manager had to break me out of that work PTSD because I was holding back a lot from being myself because someone who looked like me told me not to be. And I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
And so it not only did it break my heart, but it confused the hell out of me. And I was just like, how is it that we are in a space where George Floyd was just killed, where Breonna Taylor is killed, where Ahmaud Arbery is killed, and you're actually telling me that I can't be me and you look like me? Not only did that piss me off, but I also called her secretary and was like, you need to tell her what I'm about to tell you. Because you don't understand that not only are you my leader, but you are supposed to be encouraging me to be great.
Yeah.
So how are you my leader? So I actually experienced the opposite. And it's taken me more than some years to get out of that mindset of you can't be yourself, which is why you all on LinkedIn, when you follow me, I am my absolute self because I was told not to be.
I've been getting.
Yes, indeed. I know the feeling too. But what I'm gonna say about y'all about that, get all you need out of each role, okay? I mean, I'm not telling you just to go out and start quitting jobs and stuff, but research the company, learn the environment you're working in, learn your coworkers. But anytime you see the things that are probably not desirable to you, don't be afraid to get all the skills you need in that current job you're in, whether it be Active Directory, networking, or any type of server management. Get all the skills you need, start preparing for your next role. Because this field is wide open, the opportunity is there, the money is certainly there, and the travel opportunity is there. I mean, like I said, you'll love it. I said, you will love it here. But y'all got any questions for me? Anything?
Nope.
Anything? What's on your mind? I mean, we've been going for almost like 2.5 hours here. We covered a lot tonight. We covered no political family feud tonight. We learned more about each other. We talked about DCP servers because all switches have a DSP server and relay agent by default. That's why it's important to know how we can also configure DSCP to assign IP address leases on our switches. Okay, we talked about TCP/IP model, how it relates to the OSI model again. We started figuring out switch tonight. We gave it a host name and IP address. Now, next class period, I want to see y'all add your console and virtual terminal lines to your switch. Like I say, just save that file to your computer. Y'all keep on working on it. But next class, next week, we'll spend some more time talking about straight through and crossover cables. Just learn those pin offs I showed you. Okay, because we have 8 pairs, and we'll just start talking more about IP addressing, IP version 4, IP version 6, and also how it's used on our routers. And you know what? We may get a chance to actually configure router next week. How did that sound? How that sound to y'all? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. And I'm trying to get my hand on some Cisco certification questions for y'all, so y'all can see exactly how the exam is set up, what you can prepare for. Once again, talk to me now. Just tell me anything's on your mind, anything you saw that you like, any question you might have, anything. Just let me know. How y'all feeling about tonight's meeting?
It was informative.
Informative. Very informative.
Very.
And how many? Oh, sorry.
Well,
I was just gonna ask, like, how many classes do you hold, or do you just continue to do classes until
My plan is to do this weekly. So right now we're in our introduction cohort, right? So the next level, we'll start some time in February. We'll go into advanced routing and switching, right? But before that, I'm kind of brainstorm your ideas about see like how's it everybody feeling, actually you know what I can ask you this now. I know we started the basic network and see how everything's connected, but I just want to know which way do y'all think y'all might want to go in IT so far? Would it be cloud? Would it be cybersecurity? Would it be programming? What do you think? You have thought about doing app development maybe?
Oh, actually, yes, I've heard about it, and it sounds actually like fun. Because like I said, I wanted to do be in something creative and fun that I can use my imagination and it's just fun for me. I don't want it to be a job.
Okay. I'll do that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring you some on app development. You know what? There's a class I taught last year, app development with Swift, right? Swift is the language that Apple uses on all their products, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watches. The language they use on those devices is Swift.
I have another question. What about gaming? Have you do they have something like that, gaming?
I haven't created a game or anything, but I know some people who have.
Oh.
Another thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring some of my friends on here too to talk to y'all. Some of my friends in the field. They can tell you more about their jobs too.
Okay.
They can tell you more about what they do and some of the things that they worked on too, and also their experience. How they got started. Because see, they're Black tech professionals just like us, look just like us, and also great just like us. So they also have the swag just like us. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Okay.
But yeah, seriously. So that's what I do next week. So we plan to meet again on the 18th. But don't worry, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know. But don't forget to log into class. Everybody get your materials out there and leave some feedback and any questions. We'll go ahead and conclude for the night. But y'all know how to contact me, and I'll see y'all later.
Thank you. Good
You're
night,
welcome.
everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
All right, bye.
Bye.